Yo, what's up, everybody? Jumpin here, and today I am back in the Borderland. Wait a minute. Oh crap, this is Mass Effect. Hey, I'm on Mass Effect, guys. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be happy. I decided to do this video because I've gotten so many messages about the new DLC. Oh my god, guys. Yes, I know that there is a new DLC coming out for Mass Effect. And I am excited. And yes, I will be doing a lot of videos for that. As many as I can. So do not worry. You don't need to tell me. I already know. And for all the guys out there who went out of their way to send me a message over Xbox or YouTube or whatever, I just want to say that you were a little late because the first person who actually told me was my girlfriend, actually. So you guys should feel ashamed because you need to be a little bit up to par, because that's kind of sad. But just throwing that out there. Anyway, though, let's go ahead and get started with this. I'm going to talk a lot about the DLC in this gameplay, a lot of it. But the first thing I want to say is, if you guys don't know, there was an update, and I really, really love the update. It is amazing. It is by far one of the biggest updates to any game I've ever seen. Like, it was so much crap they needed to fix. And for the most part, they have fixed a lot of it. There's still some issues, but they're really kind of minor compared to the overall greatness of the patch. They did an excellent job, honestly. And one of the things they did, which is my favorite thing, is that they have totally redid Singularity. Singularity is now, and don't quote me on this, but I will definitely say this, is the best power in the game. That's my opinion, though, of course. But yes, Singularity is so fucking amazing. Mainly because now that it does DPS, it does damage over time, it's just like Annihilation Field, it's just like Reeve, where it will set them up with shields. That's the one thing Singularity has always needed, was the ability to go through shields. Now it has it, but they have really fucked up because it is broken as hell. This guy is now the best adept in the game. He really is. Like, the human adept, I gotta say it like that, guys, as you may know, but he's the best adept in the entire game. He really is. It's amazing. It's obviously amazing, and you will see it in this gameplay. And I'm also going to be playing with 3 Vanguards, different classes: Krogan, Cerberus, I don't remember, Human. So I'm playing with Vanguards because they've also, apparently they fixed the Vanguard glitch. Now, I don't really like the way they did it, because now when you die, you fall down in a very awkward way, and I'm just not used to that, and it kind of pisses me off. But they did, for the most part, I think, fix it. I have heard some people say that they have got into the Vanguard glitch, but I think it's a lot rarer. A lot rarer now. So, keep that in mind. The update is amazing. I will link you to something that can check out all the facts about it, all the different things about what they did in the update, because for the most part, it's all true, and they have done it. Now, moving on, let's go ahead and now talk about the DLC, which I know a lot of you guys have been dying for me to talk about, just because I've gotten so many messages. I have never, ever got that many messages about anything. And it's just a combined, it was probably over 150 messages from Xbox and YouTube, and comments too. I'm not even counting them in there, but it's so many. And I'm really happy you guys really care, because you want to see me obviously do Mass Effect, and you want to know all new strategies and all this cool stuff, and I'm definitely down to do it. That's what I said when I took my break, or I said I wasn't going to do Mass Effect for a long while. What I really meant is that I was going to wait for more DLC, because obviously I had nothing to do. And this new DLC, I believe it's called I want to say Retribution, but it's not called that. It's called Retaliation. Retaliation is going to be amazing. I believe this will be the last DLC they will come out with, just because of the massive size of it. The first thing that everybody must know by now is that, yes, collector enemies, finally. Thank you, BioWare. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Muhammad. Thank you, Allah. Thank you, everyone. Because that is the one thing this game really needed. The enemies just got so boring. Now with the new enemy, at least that will spice things up a little bit. I don't know how they're going to incorporate collectors into Platinum, but I do know that it's going to be a lot better. It's just because it's something different, it's something new to kill. That's one. As much as you might get bored with a certain class, like, oh, I've played the Geth Infiltrator so much, I'm so bored with it. As much as you might have done that, well, the enemies to me get boring too. Like when I fight Cerberus 5,000 times, that's pretty fucking boring. Same with Reapers. Same with Geth. It just gets boring. So that's amazing that they're doing that. And another cool thing they're doing is that they're actually adding in new enemies for Cerberus and Geth, which is also amazing. The Geth are now going to get a new drone, probably from, I don't know if it's just going to appear or is it going to be from the Geth Prime, but it will be a new drone, and right here I'm going to get annihilated, and that's what I'm talking about. See how I fell down there? To me, that just is really strange. I don't like the way I fall, and I feel at times it gets me killed from just me falling like that, but I don't really know. Anyway, like I was saying, the new DLC, it should be awesome, mainly because of the collectors, but also they're going to be adding in new enemies. They're going to be adding in the Cerberus Dragoon, which is actually going to be like this, pretty much a phoenix. It's going to have whips. It apparently might have rockets and can fly. I don't really know. It sounds pretty cool. I hope that comes in there because that would really spice things up. And then, like I said about the drone, there's a new drone. Don't know what it does, anything like that. And if you guys don't know from the update, they actually made it so the combat drone now from the Geth Prime actually does something. It shoots Incinerate at you, which makes you fucking rage. It really does. But it is good because at least now it's making the game harder is by far always good. And now the combat drone will get you killed all the time. If that combat drone hits you and the Geth Prime is shooting at you, you are screwed. You don't get stunned, guys. You get staggered. Just like I've talked about in other gameplays with Phantoms, is that there's a difference between getting stunned and staggered. You get staggered, and there is nothing else in the game that can stagger you as much as that Incinerate from that combat drone. So that is really, really interesting. Alright, now the one thing everybody wants to know about and wants to talk about is the new classes. Guys, they're adding in 16 new classes. Oh my effing god. Like, yay. Like, I can't believe it. Now, the thing about it, though, I do have to say, is that the first thing you guys got to remember, this is very important, they're not adding them all in at once. It's just going to be 4. 4 for Tuesday. That's it. Just 4. And they're going to gradually add them in as you go. So that's just like pretty much the way it's going to work. I believe it's probably going to be once every week or something, because they're trying to prolong the life of the game. They think that if they do that, that's good. Which I think it is, because they would really overwhelm me and a lot of other players if you just throw 16 new classes at me. I wouldn't know what to do. I can definitely operate quick and effectively with just 4. I can come out with videos and have a lot of fun playing those 4 new classes and then moving on to a class every week or whatever it's going to be. So that's really awesome they're doing that. They're also going to add in collector weapons now. That's the 3 new weapons. It's going to be a collector assault rifle, which we have seen before because it's a shitty gun from like some promotional deal, which hopefully they buff it because it is a piece of shit, guys. It really is. I've never played with it now, so I'm not 100% on it. But I'm pretty sure it's shit from what I've seen. And I've looked at the stats on it, and it looks kind of garbage. So that's whatever. But the one gun that they're adding in that looks dope is the collector sniper rifle. That thing looks amazing. It might be blacklisted, though. It looks so good, it just might be blacklisted. It looks like a Valiant, I don't know. It's like a Valiant or something. It shoots quick, but it's way stronger, so I don't really know how to explain it. And now that shield gating has been reduced for gold and platinum, it's probably going to be an amazing weapon. And then the final gun is either going to be an SMG, a collector SMG, or a collector pistol. I don't really know. It looks like an SMG to me, but I've heard a lot of people say it's a pistol. So I'm confused. I don't really know. I think it's an SMG, though. So those are the 3 new weapons. I don't know what they're going to do, really, but they look cool, and I'm glad because it's all collector-based, and collectors are dope. Like, they're my favorite enemy in the game, by far. Or at least in the Mass Effect world. Alright, now, let me talk about the new classes, because like I said, there's 16 new ones. I do not know which ones are coming out first. I can only guess. And now, you might wonder, how are they going to come out with 16 new classes and come up with all those powers and all the new ideas? What I think is that I actually do think that most of the classes will not have new powers. They're just adding powers to already known races like the Drell. Because now there's going to be a Drell Infiltrator, finally. Everybody's been saying, yo, where's the Drell Infiltrator? But guys, he looks broken. If he's an Infiltrator and he gets homing grenades, because that's in the trailer, if you watched it, he has homing grenades. I can't wait to try that, because homing grenades right now are probably the best grenades in the game, and that's on an engineer. So you get that bonus power damage from the cloak, and you're talking about amazing. It will be amazing. Now, the other classes, there's a shit ton of them. Let me get my list before I start talking about them. Alright, here's the list. I don't know when they're coming out, but it's going to be the Turian, a new Turian soldier, and they look badass. And I think all these new Turians are going to have jetpacks. You know what that means, guys? That you can dodge. It will be a Turian that can dodge. That's one thing we've been asking for a long time. And not only that, but I believe the jetpacks, when you dodge, will probably drain shields. That's my prediction. That's my guess. Just to make it balanced, because the dodge is probably going to be pretty good. Alright, so it's a new Turian soldier, a new Turian Vanguard, which sounds dope, a Turian Infiltrator, an Asari Infiltrator, an Asari Sentinel, a Quarian Male Soldier, a Volus. They're adding in Volus. But the one thing I want to say about that, that's stupid. That's what I personally think. It's my opinion, but I think it's so stupid. Why add in the Volus? They're little moles. They can't run. They won't be able to dodge. What the hell? They're little midgets running around the battlefield. I don't even want to play as them. I'm going to look goofy as shit, like running around pooping on the enemies. I don't want to do that. But hey, whatever. Alright. Now the Volus, though, I do think will have new powers. I think some of them might, because that would make the most sense. They're a new race coming in. They need new powers. It's that simple. And the other thing about the Volus, guys, is that I don't understand the point of it, only because from my experience with Mass Effect, as you may know, I love Mass Effect, I've played all of them a ton, is that the Volus have always not been known for being warriors. They've always hired, like, mercenaries, or hitmen, or something along those lines. Every time I've ever seen a Volus, he either had Turian bodyguards or Krogan bodyguards. That's just what I've seen. So I don't understand why they're bringing in these warriors that can fight. But hey, it's whatever. If they want to do it, that's fine. I'm sure a lot of people are excited about it. I know a ton of people who are. I guess they really like the Volus, but I'm just not a big fan personally. Alright, but for the Volus, though, there's going to be 4 of them. A Volus Engineer, a Volus Adept, a Volus Soldier, and a Volus Sentinel. So that's pretty cool overall. Keep going on. Like I said before, there's going to be a Drell Infiltrator, a Geth Soldier, which is really cool, a Krogan Adept, which that's kind of whatever, because like I mean, I don't know, it's going to be a tank that's an Adept. So that's just like how I see it. Like, that should be awesome, because there is no Adept in the game that actually can tank. Alright, now moving on, it's going to be a Batarian Adept. I know it's got to be annoying, guys, but I'm going to say it right, and that's the way I know I can say it right. And the Batarian Vanguard. So there's 2 new Batarians. Both of them will be pretty cool, I guess. It's whatever, though. And the final one is going to be a Vorcha Engineer. So those are all the new characters coming out, and it should be pretty cool. Now, like I said, I don't know which ones are coming out first. Maybe someone out there might know. If you do know, please leave a comment. Let me know. I do want to know that. Yeah, guys, but that's pretty much it. So, like, the DLC is amazing. I hope it's going to be great. I definitely will be doing videos, so please stop messaging me. Please stop telling me to, you know, hey, did you know? Did you know? Yes, I fucking know, guys. Like, you can't tell me anything about Mass Effect that I don't already know. All my friends play Mass Effect. My whole YouTube channel was based off of Mass Effect. I know. So, I know, and like I said, don't get offended, though. I know that it's you guys trying to be helpful. But check out this fucking shit. It's insanity. Singularity is fucking broken. It's amazing. The reason why is because it can set up. multiple explosions. And if I know, oh man, I've had a lot of people tell me that I'm wrong about that. You can't set up multiple explosions, or you can't detonate multiple explosions. You're fucking wrong, whoever says that, because if you just watched right there, that was 6 explosions or 5 explosions going off on the screen, and everything fucking died. So, I don't know, at least you hear the sound for the explosions. And Singularity is so fucking godly at doing that now, because it has a 2-meter radius. Now, I know a lot of you guys out there are going to say, well, Jumpin', what happened to the build? I wanted to see the build. Well, guys, I will actually, in the description, put my build. Now, the reason why I didn't show the build, though, is because this video is dedicated to the DLC. And the other reason why is because my build is total fucking donkey shit. Now, that's one thing you gotta remember. This build is garbage. This was totally spec'd 100% wrong. Later on, when I thought about it and I started to play with it and realized how I should be playing with it, then I realized that my build was flawed, it was trash, and I needed to redo it. I don't have any power reset cards. That's the problem. So, I went ahead and just played with it. And I played with it pretty fucking well for the fact that the build is messed up. So keep that in mind. But the actual build that I would recommend to use, which is insanely overpowered, will be in the description. You can check that out. And you can get the new build for the Human Adept. So, but overall though, the Singularity is just amazing. I hope they don't nerf it, because Singularity has always needed this. It's needed this boost. It really needed the whole reworking of the whole thing. It needed the whole power to just be scrapped, fucking thrown in the garbage, and then redone, which is what they did. So that's the great thing about it. Now, one thing I do want to say though as well, you might be wondering, why is it my recharge speed so fucking godly? Because the recharge speed now on Singularity is not that good. It's like 2.5 seconds. But the reason why my recharge speed is so godly is because I'm using power and efficiency equipment and structural economics gear. That's very important. And right here is a great example of just Singularity being broken. That is exactly the best. This is literally the best spot ever, like, for Singularity. It really is. Like, you just throw it out on this staircase and they all keep coming down, and you're getting like 2 or 3 explosions at a time. You're talking about just death for every enemy coming down that staircase, and it's awesome. Alright guys, now, like I said, DLC, I will be doing it, but now I need to probably talk about the update a little bit. And I know a lot of you guys are interested in about that. Now, I won't go over everything that the update they've done, but I will talk about some of the things that I'm so glad they have done. The first thing is the op pack glitch is now somewhat fixed. Sometimes you can still op pack glitch though, unfortunately. I'm just letting you know. I've had it happen to a couple of my friends, or at least that's what they said. But the way they fixed it, and see, this is the thing. Some of the glitches in the game were very unfixable. I have said in a lot of videos that you can't fix the glitches because they are netcode. It's about connection more than it is about a glitch. It's not a glitch, it's a connection problem. That's all it was. And this wave, by the way, is chaotic. It's fucking crazy because one of our guys, Vinny, got grabbed right away, and then my buddy Jeff lagged out. So now it's just me and Chocolate trying to do these objectives, and it's pretty chaotic, but I think we will get it done. Jeff is going to make a dramatic return, and thank God he did, because otherwise we probably would have failed this mission, honestly. But anyway, like I was saying, yeah, the op pack glitch. Like, well, all the new fixes have been based off of they're going to fix the glitch or the problem that is causing the glitch than they are actually fixing, like, the glitch in general. Because, like I said, it's netcode. It's netcodes, guys, so remember that. Alright, but what they did with the op pack is they made it so that now, when you use it, you get a 1-second immunity to damage. And that will fix the op pack glitch, because that's the problem. That anytime you take damage after the op pack, after you use an op pack, it can cause you to die. The reason why is because of connection. It's that simple. If you're host, or even if you're not host, sometimes it can do that. So, but if you're host, it's a lot less likely that the op pack glitch can occur. So the way they fix it now is, like I just said, basically, they made it so that now you don't take damage after 1 second. So that is pretty awesome. The other one is the Vanguard glitch. The Vanguard glitch was caused by the way that you would die. The way that you would fall on the ground could make you fall through the ground. Now that they have switched it so that when you die in a very weird, like, just, oh, I'm dead, like, that's literally what happens, guys. I swear to God. It's just like, oh, I'm dead, no. like, you just fall fuck down, and you're like, wait, I died? I have said that, like, 30 times since I've started playing Mass Effect, just in a short time. Wait, I died? Because it just makes no goddamn sense. But yeah, so that's the two biggest things to me that I think they fixed. Besides the fact they made it so that the lobby system is a billion times better. They made it so, they just made everything a lot better. The update is really amazing. I'm very impressed. The last update, or patch, was so stupid because it didn't work. I had a whole video about how I hated the fucking patch and how it caused all these problems, which it did. But this one, for right now at least, it seems like it's working. It seems like it's fixing a lot of the problems. The enemies are harder. Excuse me. The enemies are harder, and they will become harder because of the new DLC stuff. It's pretty awesome. That's for sure. Now, the only thing that would be amazing is if they could actually fix Platinum. Make it so Platinum is actually not just totally stupid, because I don't like Platinum. As you guys may know, it's not that hard. I can play Platinum, I can beat Platinum, running around, I can do everything like that. But gameplays for me probably will not be Platinum, to be honest. Just because I just don't like Platinum. Now right here, that's a good example of how Singularity is really good. Like what I did was I used my Singularity on the Brute, it hit the Banshee flew away from the Brute, I blew up the Brute, then I blew up the Banshee, and the Brute died from that. So it's really cool how you can do stuff like that. And right here, like an idiot, I'm going to get grabbed. Oh yeah, and that's the other big thing the update did. They made it so the Banshees can't fucking grab you from a million miles away. So that's great. I'm glad they did that. Right there, that was my fault. I ran right next to the Banshee, thinking that maybe I can get away. And here's going to be the epic fail. We already had one guy grabbed. I just got grabbed. Chocolate's dead. I'm screaming at Jeff, get in the LZ! And he's like, Krogan, live forever! Ah! But yeah, guys. Alright, I really hope you enjoyed this, guys. I will be playing the DLC. I think the update is amazing. And yeah, Singularity is fucking broken. So that's my main points of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like this video. It would really help me out. And if you guys want to subscribe for the DLC, if you're not, please subscribe. And that's pretty much it. So have a nice day.